I'd like to call the meeting to order. Figured we would have residents here curious about the new trash bill.
Yeah.
That looked okay.
Yep, we're fine.
Yeah,
Got any questions about the minutes?
yeah, on the first part, when we were talking about the building commissioner retired,
Mm-hmm.
and then an interlocal agreement, I was thinking I got something in an email about that. But,
From Nita or?
No.
no, from, can't think of his name,
Steve?
the attorney,
Oh, Ron Cross?
yeah. Of course, I'm having trouble finding it.
Well,
Have you got anything from Ron
I
Cross?
have not. I have not. I've been looking for it. I figure you would have got it.
I haven't seen anything.
See if I can't find it. Yeah, but I didn't understand it. And I'm assuming it had to do with the interlocal agreement.
Well, they already agreed to it. We just didn't get anything.
I don't understand, I don't know what that means or anything. And I'm not sure exactly why it came to me.
Well, and I don't think they're talking about this interlegal, I think they're talking about the tariffs.
I got multiple emails though, hold on.
Yeah, this one here is talking about the tariffs. We're gonna put a tariff on that? We put a drawbridge in town and charge people across, be able to get a new sewer plant out of there.
I got a text the other day saying I was gonna lose my driver's license that day.
I have no idea what
Ticket
it
for
was.
it. Yeah, it was a scam.
He's been sending me all kinds of stuff.
He's supposed to be working on an interlocal agreement. so
Okay, so that's nothing,
I don't think that was, had to do with that.
probably something else then.
Yeah, probably just something that, go up to you full-time county employees. Us part-timers, we don't get that stuff.
No, but normally when they send me stuff like that, it goes to my official government email. This was kind of my personal email. I don't understand why I was getting it. So I assumed it had something to do with this here, but down here, but.
Well, I can understand you
So
thinking
what are
that.
we gonna do? Do we need to tax them, or we just start kicking off them?
Just wait. I'll say something to Steve Monday when I see him, but yeah, like I said, the ball's in their court now.
When's his last day,
Who's?
Steve?
Steve.
Is he retiring?
I don't think so. I haven't heard.
I would,
I think his job's posted.
Really?
That's what somebody was telling me.
I don't get up there too often and look at those postings.
Well, I bet it's like end of the year or something like that.
Might be. I know there's some people that are starting to retire, like one of the girls down the hall from one of those down the hall, one of them places. Anyway, she's got 100 days. So.
Or
I
Joy,
think there's somebody in probation that's retired.
or Joy in,
She just retired.
yeah, she just retired Frost Friday.
Yeah, I tried to go to her party, but it was so packed I couldn't get in there, so I didn't have the time to wait
I
around.
forgot all about it. Friday's my day off. Joy from recorder's
Recorder's.
office.
Very
Yeah.
nice person.
I had a hard time just getting through the hallway. So,
Okay, I did have a couple questions on stuff. It says here, the street department is planning to do necessary paving on Maple Street as soon as the hot mix is available and the weather permits. Well, I think the hot mix should be available and the weather has started to come permit, so that needs to be checked into. And another one that says here, Marshall Bush reported that he and Reserve Deputy Ron Walker, IDA conference, Bush said that Tech Electronics is waiting state approval on the new radio for Dodge Charger. What? Hey, Rick. You're a fat butt out there. Rick? Oh. Yeah, I suppose it. Bush, got a question here. State approval, Tech Electronics is waiting for state approval on the new radio. What's that mean?
The IPSC number that gets programmed to the radio, they're just waiting to get state approval for that model of radio. They've been waiting on that for a couple months now.
Those wasn't approved when they decided that's the radio they were gonna use?
No, we got a newer model. We wanted to get the latest and greatest that you could get out of it. We bought two radios. One radio was a model that was already out there. We got it in and programmed, but this one was the latest and greatest. So that way it's got fire built into it. So you can hit a lot of the fires are not on the 800 megahertz channels.
Do we know that it will be approved?
Yeah, it's gonna be approved. I mean, I'm not worried about that. It's just
Okay.
the state doesn't get in a hurry.
Just more control. And something else here I noticed, it says, Rick had taken those two dogs and he made the comment that the area need cleaned out there. I'm guessing it probably hasn't been cleaned.
I was just out there today looking at it, so. I
Hasn't
mean,
been?
No. That whole area needs to be like leaf blowed because it's got leaves and stuff, and then,
Well, it needs pressure wash too, 'cause
well, it's just now getting warm enough that you can actually do that now, so pressure washing it. But I'll definitely leaf blow it first, cause all them tile out there laying, that's probably gonna need to be moved somewhere else if they're
all
gonna,
those black,
but whatever they wanna do. If they can't get to it soon though, I'll take care of it. I'm not gonna, it'll only be an hour or so to mess with it, and then we'd be done with it. I'm not gonna wait forever for them, cause if we get another dog, we're kinda,
Yeah,
I wouldn't wanna stick another dog in there now.
yeah, we need it. You're right.
okay. Okay, anybody else got any questions? Nita, you got any questions about the minutes?
No, we don't.
So we're still waiting on that interlocal agreement then?
Yeah, and like I say, they, I would think that, Mr. Higginbotham or, Mr. Plaster or one would stick his head in my office or see you and say something about it, but
And did we get the stuff posted about the increases on the trash disposal?
No, it will be put in the paper when you guys approve the ordinance tonight. I can scan
Yeah.
and email it to the newspaper tomorrow or Monday.
Okay.
and a copy, Rick was gonna hang or Rick suggested that we hang copies in the post office and on the door here, and, I don't see anything wrong with, asking the diner if we can hang one in there and hang one even in the ambets, anywhere where people in town go to, might be, but I think we would have to ask their permission.
But at least the post office, is the main thing.
Oh, yeah, and here on the door. Okay,
But it will have to be in the paper before we can start them,
Okay.
before we can what?
bill them for it. It's
Oh,
gotta be
oh, yeah, yeah.
advertised in the paper.
Now, we're gonna bill for
May.
May for April, correct?
No, we're not gonna bill April, we can't, it hasn't been approved yet. We can bill May, we can bill June.
For May.
Okay, June for May,
Yeah.
okay.
That gives plenty of time to get posted, and
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
can
It's gotta
pay their
be,
piece.
they've gotta sit in the paper first, it's gotta be
I
out
thought
before
that
we
the
can do it.
target was, before was in April for
It was,
March,
but you
or
weren't thinking about
May for
the-
April,
Hey,
yeah. But
and
that's
it-
okay.
And for
I thought
people,
it would take. a
and for
little bit of
people
time.
that do voice concern about that, all you gotta do is take them a tour of the sewer plant and show them the $31,000 getting ready to spend. They'll understand that.
Well, that has nothing to do with trash, though.
Yeah,
Oh, for trash,
Trash.
trash bill, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we still got cheap sewer.
Yeah, but I talked to some people and they pay a lot more than what we pay for trash.
oh, yeah.
Okay, if nobody's got any other questions, I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes from last month's meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and properly seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed say the same. Thank you. Nice pen.
You get them in the bank?
Yeah, Wayne Bank,
Wayne Bank, how about that?
Wonky gives them out.
You can keep them, can't you?
Yeah. Appearance by citizen,
We do not have any.
do not have any. Unfinished business, interlocal agreement with Wayne County Commissioners building permits, waiting on, Wayne County Attorney Ron Cross to get that to us. Hopefully it'll be here by the next meeting, I would think. But I will check on that. Storm drains on Maple Street, we talked about that in, the minutes. Weather and, hot mix, I think it's here. So we will see about that.
Did you have another copy of your report down there?
Should be 2 copies.
We're getting ready to do your report, Mr. Bush.
Thank you. Okay, you wanna sign these first one? Here's the minutes to sign.
Yeah, we got it. And there's still one down here.
For Janice.
Okay.
So on you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Car 1 got to change the oil and rotate the tires. Affordable towing done that, didn't cost us nothing. So that got taken care of. Me and Ron went to the USCC Firearms Law and Review, just basically about, it went over if there's a shooting, what to expect from law enforcement and what to expect from the prosecutors. It was a pretty good class. It was free to go.
So you and Ron went.
Yeah, it was just a 2-hour class, but it was free. I told you earlier that Ben had a pursuit had a burglary on State Road 38. The county took the burglary case, and then Ben filed the charges for the fleeing and reckless driving and criminal recklessness, and never received a license. So they were from Indianapolis. They came out shopping, early Christmas shopping out here in Wayne County, and they got what they got. Assisted with a fall on State Road 38. The patient had to be transferred to Reed.
Was it in town, out of town?
Just right outside of town. Had a juvenile problem. It says problems, but it's the same juvenile. So we started talking with child probation on that, juvenile probation. So we're dealing with them, trying to get things resolved. And then Jeff had training on law enforcement cameras, mainly for cars and the body cam.
Who did?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Glover.
Oh, okay.
I think he
Well,
didn't
we
go by
see these
Jeff. He
people
goes
so often, it's kinda hard to remember who's who, you know what I mean?
Yeah. same. He usually comes out on Sunday, so you'll usually see him on
He was
Sundays.
out yesterday or today, wasn't he?
It was, yesterday or Tuesday one.
Oh, I
Either
know,
of
the
those.
white
That
truck
was
out
Ben.
there on
Yeah,
Sunday.
he drives a white truck.
Tuesday, yeah.
White truck, a wreckers, a guy from Newcastle, a green car, is the cops from Louisville. I mean, you, whatever ain't here is what you got.
26 gallons of fuel, 4 tickets. Everybody got their hours in for me. I was light last month. I've had dealing with issues with my mother, so she's 80 something, and starting to deal with falls and stuff. So just trying to get through this process.
2 is 5,
It's right then, isn't it?
Ben's fine.
Ben's fine.
Ben's 5.
Yeah.
That was my natural guess, just because it had the most hours.
Well, that's what I kinda thought, but
Yeah.
I was trying to think, yeah, we did pick him back up after the other guys,
Well,
didn't we?
Grover's two, isn't
Which was a
he?
good.
Grover's two, isn't he?
3.
3.
I'm
Three.
2.
Okay.
Well, it's
You're
2.
two, that's right, I'm sorry.
Ron's number 2.
So,
Hey.
2.
Oh,
yeah. So, other than that though, I mean, it was, for in town, just a big issue is just trying to deal with juvenile problems, and juvenile problems are problematic in itself because, it's.
I mean, these small towns, I know kids that grew up here, and when they were 11, 12, 13, their big thing was cruising the spoon. It was cruising the spoon, GreensFork, cruising the spoon, that's a little bit of
Definitely. Air Force
jocularity or something like that. No, that's people that grew up in GreensFork.
Trying to think, then, just a pretty light month, so,
break-in outside of town the other day.
well, that was this month though, yeah.
Yeah,
What was
just
it?
Heads up to.
Yeah, I had a break-in just, east of here on 38, so,
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Old farmhouse they're stripping windows out of.
yeah,
Handling
they
off
took
of-
some tools and
There
some
was a-
wiring and some other stuff, so,
Right up.
yeah.
There's a thing on,
That keep-
growing up GreensFork, somebody put that on there.
Yeah, so, like I said, just, people just need to be vigilant when they see something stupid out of the ordinary, and that's probably what it is. Alright, it's not normal to see people, loading up their friggin' trucks and stuff with,
Lumber.
with lumber
lumber
and wiring,
tools
and unless you've seen the vehicle there for several days that they're doing a strip job or something, but typically it's people just wanting to steal stuff.
So
and
they
it's
didn't catch these guys like they did the others.
No, Ben wasn't gonna do it that day.
Not yet.
Well, and my thing is, neighbors have to be vigilant of their neighbors,
That's why they do it outside of
you
towns.
know?
That's
Well,
why,
still yet, I
They-
mean, those
they just
neighbors out
moved
there
in.
have neighbors.
So
Yeah,
they
they
don't know
just-
their neighbors yet. Their
They
neighbors
just
don't know
recently bought
them.
that place.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I thought
bad
they-
thing, good thing.
I
is
thought
it's
they
right
grew up
across
in that
from my
house.
lumberyard.
when you read that on Growing Up GreensFork, someone made the comment or the post that it was that they grew up there.
Well, they grew up in town.
Oh, in town.
Grandpa lived in town, and then they grew
Oh,
up
okay.
in town,
That's
and they thought it would be nice for their kids or
It
grandkids to
is,
grow up in a
but
small
that-
town.
That's one of the pitfalls of living out in the county. Yeah, I mean, that's just, you have, in a town, you have some security, cause you got everybody, you know, your neighbors and stuff, so hopefully,
I thought you was gonna say you had police protection, I was gonna say on Tuesday.
Sometimes
Tuesday.
Sunday.
yeah, but, you know,
We got cops that live in town too, so that helps.
but you know, the thing is, it's just a potluck catching someone. And a lot of times they're not from Wayne County, they'll be from Henry County, Ohio, Indianapolis, everyone, you know,
Right.
so,
You see a Lexus towing a horse trailer or something crazy like that, you
which is what Ben had, yeah. It was a Lexus pulling a trailer,
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something you don't see every day.
yeah, you know, things that don't look
Yeah.
like they belong.
I'm sure
Is it
farmers
stolen?
don't use a Lexus.
Stolen?
Should be like a Ford F-250 four-wheel drive or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it just
It
didn't
didn't
quite
look
fit,
like that later though, did it?
but, those two got caught at least, so hopefully that I don't know, we'll see. I mean, if it happened in Marion County, they would've OR'd them and they'd have been out for the paperwork was dry, but,
Stealing more stuff.
yeah, stealing more stuff. But,
Well, different out here.
yeah.
The guys working on that house, they might be good off putting out like a hunting cams or something like that.
You would, yeah, today's age, that's something that should be recommended to anybody.
At least a Ring doorbell camera.
Should do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody got any questions for Rick Bush? Scott?
No, not really a police report thing. I don't think his computer's working right though.
It might not be. It looked like it just restarted.
Yeah, that's.
See those technical issues that happen? So but the good news is, it doesn't matter.
It
If you
doesn't
have-
matter,
If
yeah.
you have technical issues, no. If you have technical issues, it doesn't matter. You are not prohibited, it doesn't do anything for you.
Oh, well,
So,
You're
it
not in
doesn't,
any trouble.
no,
You
Yeah.
still streamed
Well,
it best
we
you
were
could, right?
trying to stream, it just
We'll
looked
get-
like it back.
Well, it
We'll
just
get there.
takes some hit and miss.
I
so
did
like I
eventually
say-
look us up to see what's going on anyways.
Well, we're gonna have some input from Doug, cause they live stream their church services, so they might have some ideas too, so. We'll accept any ideas we can get. Okay, if nobody's got any questions, I'll make a motion, we accept Officer Bush's report for last month.
I'll go ahead and second that.
Motion's been made and properly seconded, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say the same. Thank you. Sewer plant, well, we got some issues at the sewer plant. We know that, we have a part that we are trying, it was a part that was unrebuildable because it's antiquated, they don't use that anymore. And we're gonna have to pay $31,000 to get it in a timely manner. And we have to get it in a timely manner, the sooner the better, so that we can, IDEM has been notified. IDEM's been notified, Becky Rourke's been notified, so, we're doing what we can. The hardest part's gonna be coming up to 31,000, but we'll figure it out.
We have no choice.
Right, I'm sure Brenda's got it figured out. If anybody can figure it out, it'd be Brenda. Facilities coordinator report Doug Wheeler.
I was hoping he'd be here.
Well, I'm sure something could have come up,
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was
with the
trying to watch
fire.
it on stream, but
Yeah.
didn't work out for
You
him.
need a fork, don't you?
I do not.
Hey, Nita, how would you like to do your sewer utility monthly income and disbursement report?
I can do that.
Okay.
In March, we took in $13,938. Our total of this year, we've taken in $43,186. And but we have disbursed $44,830. We're just about even. At the beginning of March, we had 7 accounts that went to 90 days delinquency. But we got 5 payments in on those, and the clerk treasurer had to do 2 new sewer liens in March. And this time, there's 27 outstanding sewer liens yet to be paid through the Wayne County Treasurer's Department. I seen in the paper today where one of our properties here is going for sheriff's sale on South Main.
Oh, yeah?
We've been doing sewerlings on it. One of your neighbors.
Okay,
You
really?
know
I
who it
know where
is,
you're
yeah,
talking about,
yeah.
yeah.
Which one's that?
Across the street from you.
Oh, yeah, I never even thought, I should've,
Yeah.
that should've been a no-brainer. I can't believe I didn't think about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We do have some things we probably should, be thinking about. This Windows 10, I got this notification here where our support will end sometime or another pretty soon for it. Hey, Ricky. I
Yeah,
think
let our IT guy know that one.
Yeah,
Has this got to do with your sewer? This ain't got nothing to do with sewer, does it? Your
Well,
sewer, your
I
utility
will be
report?
able,
We'll come back to that's what I'm saying.
okay,
Let's,
all right,
let's,
you can
let's
do that.
approve this,
Okay.
and then we'll do that.
okay, I just
Don't
wanted,
confuse
it
me.
was my extra stuff I wanted to talk about.
We're gonna let you talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, Nita's utility report, not Nita's half hour to talk about anything you want to talk about.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wanna see those numbers next month, I
Oh, well,
don't think. Just a guess.
I'll make a motion, we accept Nita's sewer income and disbursements report.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made, properly seconded. All opposed, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say the same. What else you got there, Nita?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's aware of this. We got this. I think I forwarded it to you.
Windows 10.
Yeah, be coming to,
Now, is that for the billing?
it's for everything, yeah,
That's for everything.
everything, isn't it?
Is that
Well,
the
for you.
$26,000?
Yeah, that's for to get the, whatever that quote was.
It's, close to 30.
Yeah, well, it's under 31.
It's close to that.
So, yeah, so here's the deal. What's the date on that? When's the date? Is it November? When it,
It's been a while since I.
so you won't get any security updates. That makes your computer vulnerable to hackers.
Yep.
And so,
And it's happening more now to small
Right.
utilities than it used to.
And small utilities, you say?
yeah, so you're gonna have to get it. And just the question is,
When can we afford it?
well, it's not a matter of affording, you're gonna have to
Just like-
get it.
It's just like kids, if you wait till you afford them, you won't
Yeah,
have them, and
right.
the same way with this.
This is, this goes, so, it's, I know that they can put you on some sort of payment plan. You don't have to come up with 30,000 all at once. I think you can talk to them and you can get some sort of
Yeah,
payment
we have to
plan,
do a payment
October.
plan.
October.
Yeah,
So-
the 14th.
And they'll come in and actually migrate the stuff. Well, yeah, they'll take all your stuff and they'll migrate it to the cloud, their cloud system, and then it'll all be all online.
Do we got somebody that's looking into that?
You guys right now, I mean, this is what it's you guys, there's nobody else to look at it.
Right, I mean, we have,
They've kicked this can down the road where the road's almost coming to the end.
what did you say, November,
October,
October?
yeah, October 14th, yeah.
You gotta use their system, they're not gonna be able to, you
Yeah.
couldn't bring in a new system, it'd be too costly.
Yeah, it'd be more costly than this.
Huh?
Migrating to a new system anyway.
No, it's their system, it's just going to the cloud instead of instead of their,
The companies.
Well, I
Yeah,
just want
so-
everybody aware of it, so you know what's coming up, that's all.
yeah.
And,
Because come October, then it just makes you very vulnerable, so.
which,
And it might not be a problem, and you might be able to just keep going forward and not an issue, but that's,
But if you do and it becomes a problem, then you're caught.
yeah, then it's gonna be.
yeah, we're not doing.
It's
it.
like insurance.
Somebody
Exactly what it is.
ransomwares your entire utility program, that would not be good.
Well, unless we can get them just to take it over. They could pay for it.
I don't think they do that. That's not how this works.
But
They don't ransomware it and pay it for you.
But, you know, they would migrate what you have, your last month's billing. It would, everything going back, it would migrate to the system. So there, where you could do it from any computer. You would log in. You could be at home, you could be in here, wherever. You guys could do stuff. You wouldn't have to be in the office to do it.
Okay, here, you can look at this. That's what Ma'am said.
Yeah, and
You guys need to look at it. Just wanted to make everybody aware of it.
that's Windows sticking it to you. So like Apple iPhone.
You get, is that all you got, Nita?
Right now.
Right now, okay. Okay, very nice. Street report. Wayne Weaver and Rick Shepard, what you got there, Scott?
Yeah. Looks like they washed the truck, emptied the salt dog, cleaned the shop, fixed, I think that says extension cord. Went to the plant, getting parts ready, patch home drywall or something.
Oh, they're painting the.
My question is, what happened, yeah, they've got 2 walls painted, and they only been working on 4 days, that's pretty good.
Shelving, do you think about the shelving, what they're talking about there? Says it looks like it says cut shelves and made shelving.
Oh, there is some new
Made shelving, went to plant, check on water, remove trash can and
That's
4
nice.
best way.
Does this say
Move trash can.
Culligan?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That water softener
Going
or
to
something?
stop at Culligan, drop gas key on the way home.
They didn't have one to go into the plant, so they voluntarily did to, stop there and give it to them.
Okay.
They needed one for the water.
Maybe that's not gas, must be that. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't read that word. It looks like they unloaded the salt dog, removed the cab from trailer. Installed trap?
I couldn't read it.
I can't read it right.
They installed something on the new trailer,
Yeah, and
took all parts to plant and pumps.
roller to,
Yeah, roller to plant. They must go be roll the yard out there,
okay. Then, looks like they worked on the mower, sharpening the blades, battery, and got the roller cleaned and.
well, I kinda,
It's web-based.
lawnmower doesn't look real
Web-based.
clean sitting out there. I
Should've
mean,
went years ago.
Yeah, and they helped Doug at plant remove old pumps, clean pit, and installed, I can't read that.
They do need to replace one pump, cause they use the
One
ones
pump.
over the shelf.
I can't read that.
some type of rails
Yeah.
installed, guide rails maybe. Ran for parts.
And went to, what does that say? Something pickup, supplies. But is that supposed to be Lowe's?
Well, it looks
I
like
didn't
Paul's.
see- I'm sorry.
It looks like POWES, maybe they went to Lowe's, might be
I
a
don't know,
relative
I
of
didn't-
Lowe's or something.
I don't think we got any invoices from Lowe's, we got,
I-
from Wayne County Sales and Gilman's and stuff.
Well, it's something POW, it looks like ES.
Yeah,
Maintenance?
Yeah.
You still got
Pals.
maintenance?
that's what I was saying at first, but there's no L's.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little confused. Then paint work, shop, plant, check on plant parts, plant, pick up trash, shelves, shows page.
Maybe one pays it.
Auto parts on shelves.
You're not doing building software for free.
I can read his stuff a lot better.
Yeah.
I should've read that one and not the other one. Wash, pick up, clean, shop, sweep, and salt loading and salt loading. Flatbed, took top off small trailer, put tarp on big trailer, that's what that's supposed to, take
Tarp?
roller to plant.
Carp.
And then put battery in motor. Yeah, they could read this one a lot easier. Get battery for roller. The roller,
Get battery for roller. Do we have a battery operated roller?
that's what I was trying to
I
think.
don't think.
He must have probably meant battery for mower or something, cause, yeah, clean out, check streets in town for tree damage after storm, which, I'm surprised they didn't get a call about any, but
I
did
didn't
last
see
time.
any down.
Yeah, I did that one time. Cause they had cause you said there was one right there, but apparently there was that one over on Washington that people were calling about, and I called Wayne, and Wayne took care of it.
Yeah, there's a big limb laying in my yard. I've just been waiting for some weather. I'm gonna get out there probably tomorrow and cut it up.
Cleaner all tank.
Is there anybody moving in next door to you yet? Or are they doing anything with that house?
Oh, yeah, they're redoing
That
it.
garage looks good.
They're redoing it. They
That
put a
garage
metal
looks-
roof on the garage. They're putting a metal roof on the house.
They
all
put
the
metal
windows.
siding on that garage, didn't they?
Yeah,
It looks
Who
good.
bought that?
roof to Amish
Amish.
investor. Yeah.
Yeah, they're flipping it, probably.
Good for them.
It was Powell's. It was Powell's, cause I could read on this one. So, they were checking on asphalt
Just a
availability.
guess.
They were
Okay.
checking on asphalt availability, so they had to drive to Milton to check on asphalt availability. You need to talk to them people, Scott. That's your department.
Cause you can't use any, obviously.
They could've called them.
There's only
Exactly.
3 or 4 that's approved by the state to use.
Wayne come by the house today in his truck. He's driving down the street. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm sure he was checking on something.
Mm.
Let's see. 19, 20, 31. Okay.
I'll make a motion, we accept the street department report.
I'll second it. Motion been made and proper seconded to accept police or street report for last month. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Let's see. New business. We do have an agreement for legal services for our attorney, Adam Forrest.
Yes.
Beaver, Boston, Beaver, Chittister,
Uh-huh.
all them guys.
And, his, secretary did send me a note with this, and she said this, I guess they thought one of them sent it, and the others thought the other one sent it, that's the reason we got it late, but they told me to put the date January the 1st on it.
Okay.
And, Adam did want you guys to know, that you guys know that the increase is still $100 below his fee for private.
And the increase is, what is it, 250, 300?
3, I think.
300 an hour.
Yeah. But it's still, here's the email if you wanna read it.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business.
No kidding.
Attached is the agreement for legal services for 2025 with the increased fee of $300 per hour. As we discussed, what were we paying last year?
$250,
$250. So it's went up
$50.
25%, which is 50.
No.
Anymore, you don't,
No, no,
25%.
we got 30 when new, so it wouldn't be 20.
well, wouldn't it be 1/4? No.
No.
Uh,
If it was $100, no. If it was $200, it'd be a quarter.
It'd be less.
Yeah, it's like 33%.
That's how they do nowadays. That way it looks worse if you say percentage versus, and then it went up $50 an hour.
What do you
And
think?
here's the thing, we, at one time, we used to, I don't wanna say abuse, but use and abuse, our lawyers and.
Yeah, you used them, you used them every month.
Yeah. So we don't, that's still money well spent. And I think that,
Adam does a
they
good job
are,
for us.
huh?
Adam does a good job for us.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if Chuck Todd's gonna get back into dabbling with that or not, we'll have to talk to him if he
I
does.
doubt it. I think he enjoys
He's-
playing his music.
He's working part-time out of a office in Newcastle.
Oh, is he?
I thought
But
you was
only
gonna say
part-time.
Walmart as a
But he's
greeter.
also a senior judge, so he's fills in sometimes at the courthouse still.
Oh, really?
Can I bring him on as a reserve?
Why not?
He probably won't do the weekends.
We're not gonna pay him any more than they do the other ones though.
Don't interfere with his music on the weekends.
Let's see, $100 an hour below his fee for private civil work. He also said that you can date it January 1st, blah, blah. Please send us a full signed data copy when completed. Thanks, Nita. Sorry I let this slip through the cracks. Okay. I'll let you go to Scott.
Yeah, 'cause we'd already agreed to it. I remember we discussed it and everything.
Yeah, we talked
Last
about it,
year.
but we didn't have it in our hand, I don't think.
'Cause we already knew the terms and everything, I think, ahead of time.
Well, he's been, I didn't know the three.
But we didn't get the official thing that we needed signed.
Yeah, she thought it had been sent and it hadn't, so.
It'd been discussed, that was it. And we'd
Mhm.
already agreed that we were gonna keep him.
And it says legal services regarding bond issues. What does that mean? Anybody know what bond issues mean? I'm just curious.
Probably ask Adam.
We can text him, but it's gonna cost you, at least 6/10 of $300.
I'll just
He bills for the
ask him when
next
he walks in on Thursdays.
Closest hour, so
Yeah,
hour period.
Yeah, well, they go 6 minutes
Joking.
and broke an hour down
Tenth,
into.
tenth, yeah.
into
I'm just
tens.
joking.
Yeah,
I'll just catch him when he comes to the courthouse on Thursdays. Hey, what's this?
We talk while we walk. Don't stop, they'll charge me.
exactly.
Hey, now, he keeps on walking, he talks, but he keeps on going.
He's a busy guy.
You should see him at Christmas time though when he comes in. He's got a special suit. It's
Does
bright. His Christmas suit.
my mother only had to call her cousin, it was one that was a judge to get legal advice when I was growing up. It was her first cousin.
Okay, I will make the motion that we accept this, contract from Adam, as he's always done us a good job. You can look at that.
And you need to sign it,
Well, if he
yeah,
goes along with it.
yeah.
Just send me back an email, 275.
Can we, how about, then we have a chicken ordinance. How about we give you $2.75 and a couple dozen eggs a week?
Okay.
Oh,
I'll second the motion.
okay,
Motion's been made and properly seconded to accept Adam's contract for 2025, effective January 1st of this year.
And
Till
just to be
December
clear,
31st.
we weren't talking about the chickens and eggs on that.
no, but.
Alright, so I go ahead and sign this in.
Somebody needs to get down and.
Motion's
do a
been made
permit
properly,
for him.
yeah, sign it.
Somebody needs to get down and give the guy his permit for chickens, he paid it $25.
Oh, sorry.
Ruth and I talked about that the other day.
Okay,
Probably,
alright.
it may have slipped his mind. You was gonna make up a permit for the chicken.
The chicken permit?
You and I
I emailed
talked
it to
about
her.
it. We got the application,
Right,
Yeah,
but there's not a permit. Rick would, or,
yeah, I sent you guys a copy of the one that,
We'll have,
When you
we'll
get-
have it for next meeting. It's
okay.
just a generic, it's gonna be something kinda generic, but
I
it'll
mean,
be,
well, the thing, I think she's using what you're talking about, Rick. Ain't that what?
I'm using,
You gotta quit.
it was like a Word document and just said like permit on it.
Oh, no.
no, he just come in and filled out the papers for a permit.
For the permit can be, I mean,
But it
I
says
mean,
you
I can
guys
literally
have
go
to
in there
go
and print
down
out a
and
chicken
do
on a piece of paper and
inspections
say,
and
here's
stuff.
here's your chicken permit.
However you wanna do it, you're the one to police that, cause you're the police, right?
It's an ordinance.
I mean, all the talk about chickens and then it just died, it just died. I mean,
Well, no, that we
Yeah,
have
we got
one
one.
legal
We
chicken.
got one legal chicken.
right, but he had them for the last, who knows how long.
But now
4
it's
years.
legal.
4 years
But
supposedly.
what I'm saying, but
Allegedly,
there's
I
not
didn't
people, right, you know, everyone thought, oh, these eggs are $5.50 a dozen. See how much it costs you to raise chicken to get those eggs, and you'll see, is it really worth it or not? It all depends.
Here's the thing, they wanted chickens, so as a board, we made it happen for them to have chickens. Here's the thing now if they go out and they have chickens before they have applied for a permit, now instead of it being a $25 permit, it's gonna be $50, cause it's gonna be a $25 fine, and you still gotta pay for the permit. So, I would recommend, if they want to do it in the
Well, no,
planning stages, they need to come do the
I think the
application.
steam is running out of all this stuff about getting chickens.
I think they wanted the right to do it. I don't necessarily think they actually wanted to actually do it.
Well, there was a lady come in here and she wanted chickens in town and I said, well, it's not in our ordinance. Well,
She wanted
you know
what?
I said it wasn't in the ordinance. This was back last year.
Well, I remember when I first started here, Mary had
Cows.
a cow and I think a donkey or something.
She had 2 cows,
Yeah.
but she was grandfathered in.
Anyway, this lady said, well, do you know the price of eggs? I said, well, yes, ma'am, I buy them.
You know what? And then all of a sudden, people started buying more eggs because, and then it just, and then plus the government was killing hundreds of millions of chickens because of the bird flu.
Yeah.
That they weren't effective with.
I said, well, you have to have a building permit and stuff. Oh, yeah, I can get one from the Amish for $1,700. I said,
I'm thinking,
well,
how many
gosh,
eggs you gotta buy?
I said, you can buy a lot of eggs for $1,700.
You know, I mean, whatever. The math don't add up if you.
No, it didn't.
If I mean,
It didn't.
you'd have to have Ron. How many? You had 30 at one time, Ron.
Yep.
And how many eggs were you getting a week or a day?
Oh, Lord.
About
One point.
19 or 20,
Oh, yeah, easily.
yeah.
I mean, we were getting dozens a week.
But you had to feed them. You had to do the work.
That's what I had kids for.
Exactly. But here's the thing about it, Ron got a good point there. That's how he's trained his kids to be able to raise food.
Right on a farm.
And he's on a farm,
Not in a
he's
town.
not in town.
Yeah, but I mean, but you shouldn't limit it to, I mean, of course, you can't, in town, you can't have goats
Yeah.
and.
Can we have some longhorns? We'll start doing steaks and stuff and
There's
hamburgers.
nothing wrong with goats. Goats don't stink. They
We'll have
don't
to
make
see how many
noise.
people want them before we make it.
They're cleaner than dogs.
I bet. Okay, ordinance number 1-2025, amend a portion of chapter 50, garbage and trash disposal.
Okay, it's not safe where to get it because I have
Okay.
to
This
send
is
it
the,
off after you guys sign it to the paper.
the ordinance.
Based on what we discussed last month.
You made a motion for it, yeah.
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 Okay.
And it's just basically laying it out, and this is what'll be posted once it's put in the paper, that's what we can post at the post office and here on the door.
But motion just don't get it, you gotta have an ordinance.
Okay. It's got everything in there.
And it's gotta be posted for 30 days
Mm-hmm, that's the reason I can't really.
because there's money involved.
It only has to be printed one time though.
So next month might be a little more active involvement, because everybody be seeing the increase, that's fine.
It'd be different if it was something outrageous, but you're still, you're just trying to bring it up to what it's costing you. You're not making a profit off of it.
And we're not, yeah, right.
So
And we're still gonna be, putting $2 into it next year, or this year, all year long, from May to May. And then the year following, we're still gonna be putting a little bit into it, and then the last year, when they're paying 15, we'll be putting in just a little less than $1 on each one of them, I think.
Okay, so we just need to make a motion to accept this, or?
Yeah, you need to make a motion to accept it and then sign it.
I make make a motion, we accept the new ordinance, or the changes to the ordinance.
I'll second it. Motion's been made and properly seconded to accept the new trash ordinance. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carried, thank you.
Then we just
And
sign.
you'll get this in tomorrow, is that what your plan is?
And my plan is to email it to them.
We can go ahead and sign this one right here.
Please. And we do not have to give every citizen a letter like we did when we raised it before. I talked to State Board of Accounts and said there is no law that you have to notify every citizen with a letter, you know.
Well, and my thing is, when it comes out, there'll be something put on, go on at GreensFork or something
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
now, do you want one of these at the post office, or do you want one of them on the floor? What do you-
Post office
You know,
door.
you don't,
Sure.
I mean, you can,
Always.
if you want to, you can just on town, like on town letterhead, just put what the rates are gonna be at. You don't have to have the whole, cause people, all they care about is how much it's gonna cost.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and that's basically what that is.
And I
It's a
mean,
short rip that.
how many sheets is it?
2?
What do you have? Yeah, just make copies of it when,
After it comes out in the paper,
after Brenda signs it.
yep, it comes out in the paper.
You can just put them in my box whenever you get it done, and then I'll go post them.
Okay.
Internal controls operating procedures. Oh boy, this is kind of new to you, isn't it, internal control stuff, or?
Things are gonna change.
We do it
Oh, the times they are changing.
They are gonna change. We are in trouble with State Water Council, because they didn't like what we sent them, so here is procedures. Now, I put them in a folder, because you guys need to keep them. You probably use them every day.
What is it?
Internal controls.
Internal controls of what?
Here, this is Kathy's here.
She don't mind you using it, you can let Ricky look at it.
Okay, here's Buddy's. And then here is Scott's.
The other guy,
Yeah, the other guy.
I think I read these yesterday.
We got the application.
Okay, the permit's on page 3.
Do what?
Staff use only. Now, this is what I'm saying though, it needs, he doesn't have it, he needs to have it.
Right, when
You
he's,
just make a copy of it and give it to him.
You guys were gonna go down and inspect it first.
Yeah. you
Oh,
got it.
I see what you're saying. I thought you didn't have the form I thought you were missing the paper one. Oh, you need us to go, okay.
He needs his permit.
He needs it approved. Gotcha.
Yes.
Right.
I thought you meant the permit number.
And I was just about, if I was a betting man, I just about bet his, you're gonna find that his is
Up to snuff.
up to stuff,
That's
yeah.
what we're saying.
And I
up to
would,
snuff.
I think
You got his
if
address?
we get any more applicants, I would might even pick him up and take him with me to help inspect, cause he
I
knows
don't know
what
where
he's
the address
doing.
is. I know where he lives at, but I don't know what the address is.
I'll give you this paperwork, it's over there.
Here, don't get up.
Okay, look in front of the, copy.
So who come up with this list
On
though?
there for me, his address.
We have
Oh,
over
I'll
the
have
years,
to look for it.
internal
I'll have to
control,
look for it.
just like,
I'll help you.
I'll give you an example, just
I'm-
like
Thank you.
when, she has a deposit, I come down, I verify, the numbers,
Yeah.
and I sign off on them, and one of us, somebody, once it's been checked off that that's what's going in, anybody can take it to the bank, you, me, Kathy, Nita. But that's something that we set up.
Yeah, cause I did it while you were gone.
Right. And it doesn't have to be me, or it doesn't have to be, you're just somebody from the town, because,
Oh, what
as
you-
long as it's verified.
So what was their objection to how things are done here?
They, when they come in and audit us, they did not find anything misuse of funds or anything.
Well, I know
They
that.
know we're honest, and they said, everything's fine, but going forward, you need internal control. And
But you've been doing this for a couple of years now, so what's the problem now?
Well, they only come whenever they
we
want.
need to send these in to them.
Because, I mean, you guys go beyond what I've seen other towns do, that's why I don't understand.
Well,
And we're still making them monthly payments on their inspection that they did,
Yeah.
which,
Chris
I feel
Cathy's.
that's, I don't know that I agree with that, but I guess it doesn't matter if I agree to it or
So
not.
so we need to sign anything?
well, there is a resolution here,
Yeah, that's coming up.
that's coming up.
Yeah, this is gonna be your copies of these. That way, if you got any questions,
Cause you're gonna need to be in touch with the guys regularly.
That's gonna be hard to do.
A touch for what?
what'd you say?
I said you'll have to be in touch with these guys regularly.
Yeah. It's just like in there somewhere, it says that time cards should match this right here. And if it don't, guess what it says? Checks aren't cut, right?
If you want to, see all of the books in there on internal controls, I can pull them out for you. Bud's seen them. I think he was one of us that helped write those, weren't you?
Yeah, well, we didn't have them 20 years ago.
No, we didn't. Well, in time for Christmas.
How was your nap?
You need one. I bet you do.
Hi, Doug.
Oh.
And maternity leave notice, available upon request. So
So
does
we-
that mean if his wife gets pregnant, he can take maternity leave? A lot of companies do
That's
that.
paternity.
Paternity,
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
well, you can change that into a P and get away with it.
A lot of places are offering that now, though.
Yeah,
I
There's
think it's,
paper towels.
isn't that what it's called? I can't remember.
paternity, yeah,
Something
it
like
could be.
that. I'm not sure. But that, a lot of places are granting that now. Okay, so these are just for us to keep for right now, we don't actually do anything with it right now?
There's things you need to be getting with your guys on,
Yeah.
but keep those, cause you'll be needing them. And to sign this, you need to know what you're accepting, really.
Mhm.
See this one here. Bank deposits, checkbook reconcile.
Mhm.
Who reconciles the checkbook, both of you? As long as there's another set of eyes on
Yeah,
something, is the
and
main thing
sometimes-
that they want for everything.
Yeah, and sometimes Janice, she likes to do it, she'll come and do 1 month or something, you know, I never know. when
Yeah, but
she's
you
going.
guys have been doing that though for the last couple of years.
Has it been a couple of years?
We've been doing a checkbook ever since
Yeah.
I've been here, yeah.
And
No,
then,
no.
when you get
The bank
cash,
Deposits,
you'll come and get me, or,
yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Right, cash comes in an envelope, she won't open it until there's somebody, a town employee of some sort there to verify the cash.
Mhm.
Cause I know just about who pays in cash. And if they come in to pay in cash, which is better, I make a copy of it and they sign it and I keep that
Well,
to put in
technically,
their property folder.
and there's a sign out there that says, please no cash, but.
I think the sign's gone.
Well, I've seen it recently, you
Yeah.
might look and see.
It gets dropped off though, cause I've verified it with her before. People are paying cash.
All of you have.
Okay.
So here is a resolution here. You might wanna read it.
Isn't there a copy of that on here?
No,
Isn't it the same thing right here?
It's in your folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a copy in your folder.
Yeah, that's what he said,
Yeah.
that's what he
Oh, I
meant.
thought you meant in this pack here.
Oh, no, that,
Yeah, it's in your folder, yeah. Cause you need to refer to it, you know, you need to know it.
How you doing, Dougie?
I'm okay.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Where you been?
Everywhere.
How long is it gonna take to get that?
2.5 weeks.
you want, we gotta sign this one,
You done
so
all
if
you
you
could?
wanna read yours, and then when I get
Yeah, I
yours
was
ready.
reading
Okay.
this one earlier.
It beat the
That's why I was thinking it
10%.
looks like the same thing I just looked at.
Yeah, but you're agreeing to abide by all those procedures.
Yeah, it says here, if we don't abide by it, like your new truck, you gotta give it up,
Mhm.
have to give it to the town. I'm teasing. Okay. You had plenty of time to read that?
It'd be hard to do some of these things. Cause I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
What you gotta understand is that most of these things that are written for towns with full-time employees.
Yeah, well, cause,
And we just kinda work through them the best we can.
yeah, 'cause this says evaluating performance, holding individuals responsible, but I'm at work when they're working.
Well, you can come see what they've done later, know what they're gonna do the next day and stuff, you know, be in touch.
Have them come in some Saturday so you can talk to them.
Yeah, right, like that's not work.
You're laughing.
Gotta come up with some way to,
Well, I got some suggestions, I probably ought not to tell them on TV.
Yeah,
We'll talk
that's
about it
all
at
right.
some point. Okay. I will make the motion that, we approve resolution number 2025-2, adoption of internal controls.
I'll second that motion.
Motion's been made, properly seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed say the same. We got any warrants?
She's got her with her, I think.
Okay. All right, we're gonna take a 10-minute recess. Hi there.
The Duke Energy and the REMC bill. I'm gonna do those electronically, but I'm waiting for you guys to approve the minutes, and I'll do them. I'll just sit down and pay them. Between that and paying the taxes that we pay, and the 16,000 we paid for the we have $19,588.88 in electronic or ACH payments.
Wow. Well, you just gotta, what they say, suck it up, buttercup.
Yep, we have to fix it, we don't have a choice, and we need to keep the lights on, to keep it spinning out there.
Yeah.
So that's what Cooley, we had to pay Cooley $2,500 too, didn't we?
Yeah, that was to clean the, well tank out.
There's a rental on there with McAllister, right, that was part of out there.
Yeah,
So,
it was
and
the crane.
that's gonna, you're gonna see that again too,
Right.
right, for the
We
crane?
should get a buy one, get one half price deal with them, huh?
Well, I could've kept it for the month for
Right,
3,200.
yeah, exactly.
For the whole
Well,
month
that was in April,
Yeah.
wasn't it? That
versus
16,000.
1,600 for one day, or no, 900 was it?
Shouldn't be on
Nine
this.
something. Well, if we could have lined up some other people.
Yeah, it
to use
is.
for
Those are
that
April.
month, we could have
Those are-
subcontracted it out. I made
This
it.
is April.
Was it March?
No,
Should've called me on that.
the 16, I just did.
What is it,
I
green?
know, it can't be on there.
Yeah, it can be. I did it before the meeting.
No other way to reach it.
I thought you just done 1 month. Okay, never mind.
Did it,
I don't know what you're talking about.
unbolt pretty easy? To get it smoothed
Yeah.
out?
Wait till.
So you got a
May
flange at the
till
bottom that
just
hooks
been
up
in
to the
April.
torque tube. They welded the flange.
But if it's an invoice that comes in April,
Well,
before
that's
the
sure
meeting,
what-
I
They got
pay
little
it.
bolts in it, but they
Yeah,
still
I'm
welded
with you
the
now.
exclusive.
Yeah.
It come in.
Yeah.
It had to be paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the electric bills for all the ones that were due. And then they always include the taxes, my electronic taxes, and I just had to have all this in front of me with the amount on it.
But then there's only two of them, you got a choice.
Got some big bills on here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the big ones are in my hand, electric and taxes.
I didn't have any part with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the 16's your fault.
I make
I
a
know.
motion, we approve the warrants.
Motion,
And the
I'll
electronic,
second.
and
Excuse
the
me.
electronic transfers.
And the electronic
and the
transfer.
electronic
Yeah.
transfers.
And I'll put this in with them.
Thank you. Motion, I'll second it. Motion's been made and properly seconded to accept the warrants and electronic transfers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carried. Thank you. I guess you want us to sign them
Need your
now.
signature on a bunch of stuff.
That one's a lot scarier.
Yeah.
But not as scary as that other one, sliding down this way.
Right.
Mm. This one actually wasn't too bad this time.
Which one?
This one.
These aren't together. This one in because I've got two.
Not as good as the other one, because the other one, everybody was on vacation.
So there's
That's a
three
good
Yeah,
things
but it's
here.
still not all that bad really.
It's about what it normally is.
No, it's not. It's lower. Based on these.
Well, yeah, he didn't get too much.
Yeah. That's what I said.
He saved us some money,
Who?
Doug.
Oh, yeah, he didn't
Yes.
have much.
He's saving it for another month.
Street had 145
Christmas time.
hours.
He's gonna have enough, he's gonna have enough.
I'm turning it right now.
Yeah.
Scott,
Hmm?
Street had 125 hours.
Not on this one, is it?
They had 125 hours. You look at your cards.
What?
You have to look at their card. You need to start figuring their cards out versus.
Yeah, you-
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't, I saw the two names down here. I didn't see their two names up here.
Yeah, you gotta figure you get street and you get.
Yeah, okay.
That's all right. That's still
I looked,
Better
I
than-
glanced at the bottom, not the, I didn't.
better than me getting paid for it. I ain't doing it.
I just looked at the bottom two. I forgot they're listed twice.
Anybody got anything? Doug, you got anything before we adjourn? We're gonna, I know you do.
I hate wastewater.
He can't
I
drink
think
it.
we
You
all-
know, I tell you, here's, and I was sitting, looking at all the possible failures that we could have coming. The big roto phase at the plant, it's going a little over 10 years now. We had to replace it the first time at 10 years. We got a roto phase out there at the main lift station. We do have backup pump for the main lift station. But that roto phase will probably be the next big item that goes, just off of past history.
But what was it 10 years ago? I'm sure it's probably doubled by now.
It was probably $5 or $6 grand.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
So roto phase, what it does is it creates cause we only have single phase out there. It creates that second leg for us. So we've got basically a motor that spins, that creates another leg of electricity.
Okay.
And that supplies
And there's no way
three
to-
phase.
To see how it's wearing or anything.
It's just like an electric motor.
Yeah,
It's
it's all closed and when it goes boom, it's done.
Yeah, okay. I am familiar with those, so.
Is there any way to check the rate that something like that's wearing? 'Cause I know we got,
You
you
mag
got
them,
the
that's
idea
about
of
it.
10 years.
Yeah,
maybe.
but I don't see any, and I didn't see anything on the other one when it failed. I mean, it just went boom.
So if you get one in advance and you have it wherever stored,
On the shelf.
yeah, versus
We-
when you have to have it, they throw in that surcharge.
We scrambled the last time getting one. We had, kinda like we did with this, but it came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I think.
You know, when you had it out in the garage out there.
Yeah.
Amish go up there all the time, maybe they'll bring one back for us.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they got a big enough buggy. That had to come in on, we barely got it off onto our truck. It was. very heavy.
Flatbed or something, or,
Yeah, and we had to rent a telehandler to put that in too.
so,
I'm just saying that these are some things that we need to,
Try to procure it.
we
Think
need to try
about
to
how we
plan
can-
for it, yeah.
well, is there any way you can, well, you can't budget for stuff for the sewer plant, well, can you budget it for the sewer plant for next year?
I don't know why you couldn't. Can you budget for spare parts?
You
If-
can, but
If
you don't have the money coming in
If
though.
income
Yeah.
doesn't come in, you
Yeah,
can't.
it's,
The budget
But, I
for
mean, my
sewer
thing
useless.
is, unless you put it in the budget and get turned down, are you ever gonna know?
I don't know.
I don't think when you do the budget, you don't do
You
it
don't
for
do a budget
utilities.
on the sewer like you do on the.
Well, and that's what
different.
I was saying, talking to her about yesterday. And because I didn't think there was any money budgeted. I thought the sewer, I had it in the back of my mind that it had to be self-sufficient.
It does,
It does,
Therefore, then why would there be any money budgeted?
correct.
because RD wants it, don't they?
RD, we don't do, we send in what we've spent and what we anticipate to get, but there is
Yeah.
not a budget for,
Not a regular budget.
not a regular budget that they have to approve and that we have to sit and have each line item figured out what we're gonna spend in each area. We don't, it just has to be self-supporting with the taxes.
Yeah, you gotta have that, how much is that a year you gotta send them? 52?
$51,400
Yeah,
some dollars.
that's what they care about,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
Well,
they get it. We've never missed an elect. We've been paying, we've given them over $1 million and we still owe them over 600,000 if I'm not
six
mistaken.
61.
Well, we have
661,000.
rehabbed all the lift stations but one. We have, replaced the air handlers, we rebuilt the clarifier, we've done a lot of
When
things.
you say we, you mean Doug Wheeler.
I'm at the town paying for it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we spent over
Doug and his
120,000
helpers.
back,
Excuse me?
Doug and helpers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Doug and him.
Doug and others.
yes, wasn't many others, wish it was a small.
And that's what I was wondering, you say the first thing went 10 years. That was but the stuff up to that 10 years was stuff that you have fixed since and made, that seemed to be better.
We've repaired a lot of things, replaced a lot of things with some
And
different
improved them.
quality of stuff.
Right.
You know, the clarifier, we took it from a steel apparatus setting down in the water to stainless now, so it's gonna have a longer life expectancy. You know, we did get, I'm hoping, our research was correct on the air handlers, we got some better units.
We'll know in a few years.
We had to have two of those, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to replace a blower on one of those, you know, so
And they were never covered before, they're covered now too,
they are
right?
covered now, yeah.
That, hopefully.
Hopefully that'll help with their life, on them. Most wastewater plants, in my research that I found, is starting to do rehabs at the 20-year mark. So at 20 years, they're going in, gutting them and replacing everything in them.
And you know that one there is the lowest, the bottom of the line.
But we've already done a lot of the stuff and rebuilt it and replaced it
And made it better.
so hopefully we're running out of stuff to replace. But like I said, we're coming up on that roto phase again, and it's gonna be costly.
Well, like you said, back then it was 5 or 6,
Yeah, so we're probably looking 10, 12.
at least probably.
Yeah. You know, hopefully it's nothing like this gearbox.
Well, like you said though, the bad thing about the gearbox, you know, it would be nice if we had a windfall of a couple $100,000 where we could get a gearbox, put it on the shelf, get the roto phase, put it on the shelf, get some more pumps, put them on the shelf. But are we allowed to buy lottery tickets out of town board money to try to get to get a couple mil?
You know better.
Well, I don't know.
First thing we do then
Maybe
is
we
pay
could
off that
sell
loan.
we could sell the Menards rebates at 50% off, and we could use that money to buy the lottery tickets.
Yeah, you fight your mother over them rebates, I'm not going to.
Wise man.
Okay, anybody got anything? I'll make the motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion been made, properly second, adjourn the meeting, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed say the same. Same.